Hello, unlimited friends. I want to ask you a question. Do you agree that practicing law of attraction is about our vibration? You do, right? And do you believe that it is important to do whatever you can do in order to improve your vibration and keep it at a high level? Right? Yes? Thank you. Well, then you are in the right place. In this video, I am going to show you how we lower our vibration almost on a daily basis because of the way we respond to what is happening in our environment, the way we respond to people, the way we respond to things that are happening, the way we think our thoughts. If you stay till the end, I'm going to share with you strategies that I've used personally in order to turn things around. So let's get into it. Hi, I'm ZMAHOON from ZMAHOON.com. I am the author of 12 books on the subject of law of attraction. And the reason for creating this channel is to help answer some of the questions that are being asked about law of attraction. It is obvious to me that there is a gap between what is being taught and what is being heard. Because if there was no gap, we would all be accomplishing everything that we want to. I want to bridge that gap. And so your questions are welcome here. Post your questions and I will reply to them personally. All right, so how many of you believe that doing law of attraction work means that you need to do things differently as opposed to the way you've been doing them before? You agree, right? Because if you keep doing things the way you did them in the past, then you will not find the improvement that you're looking for, right? Okay. So one of the biggest problems that I find keeps us from raising our vibration and going to the heights that we are capable of is our need to explain to other people how we are thinking and feeling. It's important to us that the other person understand. And it's important because we have a need for acceptance. We want other people to like us. And we don't want to create a situation where there are difficulties. So we want harmony. Those are the reasons why we want to be understood by other people. It feels good that these two things, if you accomplish them, make you feel good. And feeling good is a good thing, right? The problem is the way we go about wanting to be understood. Because when we want other people to understand how we made a specific decision or how we are feeling about something, we try to explain our responses. And invariably, that takes us towards the negative side of things. We first explain what we don't want in order for us to explain what we do want. And that is the problem. Anytime you're trying to explain things and make them clearer to someone else, you are doing yourself a disfavor. You're hurting yourself vibrationally. You've got to start doing a couple of things differently. One of them is understanding that people have these antennas. We all have heard, as far as I think every one of us at some point in time has heard, that there's a lot of communication that takes place non-verbally through our body, right? And so you've got to trust that the person you're talking to is picking up on all those non-verbal cues, because they are. We've all got these antennas and we're picking up on each other's vibration. And that's why you know when somebody's lying, right? You have this feeling, oh, this person isn't really telling us the truth. Because you pick that part of it up, not based on the words that they're saying, but based on the vibration that they're sending your way. So you've got to start trusting that there's a lot of communication going on non-verbally, and the other person, there's no need for you to think that you'll be misunderstood, because the main part of your communication with another person is non-verbal. And as long as you think that you will be misunderstood, then you will be. Because that's law of attraction. If you believe that, oh, I've got to explain things because this could go wrong, it will go wrong. Because the other person is going to pick up on that vibration that you've got going on that says this could go wrong. And even though you do your best to explain how you feel and why you did something, they don't get it, because they're believing your vibration more than they're believing your words. So, the main thing in every communication is managing your vibration, isn't it? Right? I want you to remember one thing. You don't need to explain your reasons for doing anything that you did or want to do to anyone. It is enough for you to want something for the universe to yield it to you. And what happens is that this habit we have of explaining things, we take it one step further in our communication with the universe as well. We want to explain to God why we want something. We want to justify why we want this thing that we want. But God or the universe doesn't need our explanation. Just the fact that you want something is enough for it to be given to you by the universe. That's it. You don't need to justify to the universe or to anyone else. And the biggest thing is, if you stop justifying things in your head, then you will stop justifying them to the universe, because the universe is listening to every thought you think. Comment below. The universe is listening to every thought I think. And therefore, every thought is a prayer. Every thought is a prayer, because every thought is heard by the universe and the universe is responding to it. Now, see what happens in an explanation is when you explain things, I want this, these are all the reasons that I want it, these reasons pull you towards the negative. And the negative, if I turn this around like this, it becomes the emotional scale. The negative is down here and it reduces your vibration. So don't explain things to anyone, because it pulls you apart. On the one hand, you go up the emotional scale, and on the other, you go down. All explanations take us down. So what we need to do is we need to learn strategies that help us put ourselves forward or our thoughts forward without creating a negative vibration. You know how I do that? Here's what I am going to share with you, practical strategies of how I accomplish this. If I'm going into a meeting with someone that I know is going to be a little bit of an uncomfortable conversation, I prepare for that beforehand. I meditate just for 2 minutes, and by meditation I mean I close my eyes and I breathe. And then I prepare. I tell myself that both of us want the same thing. And I tell myself that they will be able to understand me. And then I tell myself all I have to do is to focus on the positive. So when I'm trying to explain to someone how I came up with a decision, I focus on the positive. Hello, so-and-so, I've thought about this and I think I want to do it this way, because I feel that this is going to lead to this positiveness and this positive outcome and this positive outcome and this positive outcome, and it makes me feel happy. And I think, and here's the important thing, you have to make sure, if you've decided, you have to make sure that other people don't throw you off your decision. Because if other people throw you off your decision, that's what Abraham calls the wobble, because now you've got yourself pulled in many different directions because of all the opinions that other people have given you. So, the best decision, tell me something. Whose advice is the best advice? Your inner being, the universe, because they can see all the options from here. They have a bird's eye view of all possibilities. So, they are your best advisors. It's true, sometimes the advice that you need will come through someone else. You'll read something and it'll make you click something into place. But you've got to start trusting that you don't need to go asking for advice. You don't need to run around asking people for their opinion. The more people you ask, the more different opinions you will get. I remember listening to one of Abraham's really old CDs, actually, it was a CD. And they said that if you put 10 historians in a room and you ask them to write the history of the same event that took place in time, each one of those 10 people will write it differently because we're all different and we all have a different perspective. What you need to remember is, as long as you send love, nothing can go wrong. As long as you raise your vibration by thinking of good things, by thinking of things that make you happy, nothing can go wrong. That is vibrational preparation. Vibrational preparation is, I am going to raise my vibration by thinking of things that make me happy. Then I'm going to close my eyes and whatever I need to know will come to me. Because when I put myself up here or in this realm of the emotional scale, when I do that, now I'm in a place where I am able to hear the voice of my inner being. That's when I hear the voice of the universe. And when I hear the voice of the universe, when I'm one with my inner being, the right words come to me. I say the right things. I just intuitively know how to put things forward. And I always do that by focusing on the positive. So I remember that whenever my father used to have a discussion with me and he would argue his point of view, in order to respond to him without going into explanations, I would tell him, my father, I used to call him Abuji. So, Abuji, do you have faith in God? He would say yes. I knew that he would say yes. And then I would say, I have faith in God too. And I have faith that God will help me along the way with whatever I want to achieve. And I've made up my mind based on how I feel because I feel I have guidance from God. And this feels good, whereas this does not feel good. And I think that I should do what feels good to me. And he would always get that because everybody understands faith intuitively. Everyone understands that we do have guidance. All we have to do is remind people that we do. And when you say things like, I'm not ready to talk about this just now. For example, if you don't feel ready, if you feel that you can't take it on, all you have to tell the person that you want to talk to is, I'm not ready to discuss this just now because I haven't done my thinking. I don't have my thoughts in order. And I want to spend some more time thinking about it inside before I discuss it with you. Do you think that's okay? And I'm telling you, everyone will say yes. Because everyone knows that there are times when we need to do the internal thinking before we talk to anyone else. Lastly, I want to say to you, the vibration of confidence is a very strong vibration. I have a lot of clients, coaching clients, who come to me and say, oh, but how will I say this? The other person will not understand. The reason other people do not understand is because you lack confidence. And when you lack confidence, the other person can feel that you lack confidence. And they want you to be confident of your decision. And when you're not, they feel that something is wrong. So they probe and they give you their opinion. But when you come about with confidence and you say, I've thought about this and I've decided this is what I want to do, people will accept it because they feel your confidence. And so that's what I want you to do. I want you to make your decisions, first of all, from this high place. Because when you do that, when you're in the vortex, when you're in this realm of decision making, emotionally high, you will always make a decision that feels good. And when a decision feels good, it brings you confidence. And when you put your ideas forward with confidence, people do not argue with you. They just go along with what you're saying. That is the key to leadership. A leader does that. A leader comes with confidence. And that's why leadership is all about confidence, right? Okay, so I'm going to leave it there because this discussion could go in so many other directions. And there is so much more that I want to share with you, a little piece by piece by piece by piece. Because I can tell you that I've made a lot of mistakes in life, and I've made a lot of mistakes in using law of attraction. And I figured it out. And therefore, everything that I'm telling you is not just based on my theoretical knowledge of how law of attraction works. It is based on my personal experience. So I hope you found this useful. And if you did, please leave me a comment to let me know. I love hearing from you, and it does help me because YouTube, the way YouTube is structured is that they give more airtime to those videos that have more comments and more likes. So before you leave, give me two things. Give me a like and give me a comment. And please click on that notification bell if you enjoyed this and would like to come back and visit me again. Take care, folks. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.